All right, so here's another product we're going to talk a little bit about it. We're going to unbox it first and see how well it works. So I'm trying to get everything to brass nickel plated brush. We're going to try to keep the same color on my products I'm talking about. This is for a bathroom upgrade, and this is going to be the faucets for the actual two sinks that we're going to have. And I did buy a pair of two of these, so we're going to go ahead and set them up and see what you get when you purchase them like this. So these are pretty awesome little fixtures. There's 3 parts to it, so we're going to take a look at it and I'm going to explain to you why I bought this one. So let's go ahead and open it up. Instructions, very simple to set up. If you're not a plumbing or you don't have any skills on plumbing or anything like that, once in a while you should go underneath your sink and take a look at it, because when these things break down, you don't want to call somebody to pay $60-70. Recommendation, the piping needs to be done first, and it does work with the current pressure that you have. But if you have different feels, different piping on your tubing, like in other countries, other states, you might maybe read the manual for those proper installations. So here's a couple installations. They give you 2 different methods. Of course, you can always go to the website and get some more information. The manual's included. The lines, the actual lines for the hot and cold included. And here's a centerpiece of it. You guys can see it. I'm gonna see what else you get in you. This is the actual neck, and it's a long extending neck. And of course, I didn't know about these things are replaceable. You actually could go into the Home Depot or Lowe's and actually replace these heads, because they carry a lot of bacteria sometimes, because they grow a lot of calcium or a lot of molding or something. So these are recommended to replace them, and you twist them off. That's pretty much what you do. I had no idea that you can do that, and this is pretty much it's a standard thing. Of course, if you guys can see the filter, it might change to a different color. That's time to change it after. So we're gonna keep it together. All right, so everything you need is included on the neck, and it's, of course, I'm gonna give some fingerprints on this. There's different colors to it. There's brass color, there's chrome color, and of course the nickel plated, and they even have them on black. The neck's pretty long, if you guys can see. Let me see how many inches along it curves. I like it from here to here, from the sink to the area. It's gonna be about close to 5 inches, if you guys can see that. You know, so it's a long stretch, and of course I want enough room in the bottom so you can wash your hands. This is going to be also movable. You're going to move it left and right. You're going to be able to twist it. So we're going to see the final product at the end too. Just showing you guys what you guys get when you buy something like this. So let's go ahead and put this back. All right, and these 2 are the handles. These are 2 similar handles. I'm going to only open in one so you guys can see it. Sorry, I'm only going to open one so you guys can see the handles. And if you guys can see it, real beautiful. This indicates it's cold waters, of course, so it's easy to tie in. You tied it through here. Very simple to tie it in, of course, and it has a blue connection. This is indicating that it's cold water, easy to. And the reason I got these 2 is because there was different models that have one complete plate that hold all 3 of them, and I didn't like that, because a lot of mold and grinding and dirt gets stuck in between that. So I wanted to be individual and separate, easy to clean up, go around it and kind of clean it up. So I ended up getting this model, and it's very simple. You know, I had another model that the handle kept breaking and I had to replace it, and this in this it's bolted. It's actually built in there, and it's a single mold, I believe. So it's much easier for me to actually take this apart and put it together. So that's why I ended up going for something like this, making it easier for me, instead of making these things break all the time. Or not only that, on some of them the labels were coming out on the hot and cold, and guests didn't know exactly which one their direction of the dirt. But most of the times it's simple. But this, I just simplify the thing situation, make it easy to open and close. But it's an upgrade to our existing old products that we had. And of course, everything's included, including the Allen wrenches, and of course the color coordination, the color, so you could replace the little red hot and cold. That's not bad. I like that. So we're gonna put it back together. So the next step is going to see the piping itself, and then we're going to finish the product after and see the final thoughts of it. We're going to run a couple of tests with it. So let's go ahead and do the next thing. All right, so we did the piping already for the actual sewer system here, if you can see it. So it's ready base. It's ready for it to take in the toilet. We did a vent You see the vent goes all the way up straight to the roof. We also cover the top of the roof. We put some tar up there, and then we're gonna make sure we close it out. Now the same ventilation is gonna take the same intake. It's gonna be also for the sink. So the sink goes in here. So we're using the same piping for air for 2. So this is for the sink. The 2 sinks that we're gonna have here. If you guys can see it, and then like I said, it connects there. The elbow connects there. The second teat connects there, goes up, down to the sewer. And that's the air. And if you notice, there's a sewer right there connected to the actual toilet, the air tank. So that's not bad. Almost done with the project. So hopefully it'll work out. See how it goes. Alright, so we're gonna review this real quick. This is the faucet right here. The only bad thing about the faucet that I got was that it's too close to the sink. It's not close enough to the sink actually. So you can see it in an angle. It gives you this much space. So you really have to wash your hands right next to it. That's probably the only thing. But I couldn't get it closer because if you do, the sink actually starts here. And the closer you could get a crack on it. So we want to keep away from it. So this is probably the best angle, to be honest with you. This is the granite professional that did this. His recommendation is maybe down the line get another faucet that's longer. So just remember that you need the clearance on that part of it. So right now I have like 2 inches clearance. 1 inch will be pretty much for the actual sink that goes all around it. And then you need the second clearance so it won't crack, right? So suggesting down the line, maybe purchase another one that's a little longer, so you could center like somewhere here. It's not center in here, it's completely up on the top, so you can see it.